Can't believe he switched to blue. I guess it's because he's planning to lose or something. 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to game number 2 of the finals of Good as Gold number 41 on Tuesday, June 5th. I am OrD, that's ORD. Find me at all these beautiful locations down below. Look for the other VODs, or there on YouTube at OrD StarCraft. Also, check out SquallCasting on...
YouTube.com/SquallCasting. Yeah, hi, I'm SquallCasting. You can see the text above at the top there, youtube.com/SquallCasting. Lots of content there, adding stuff pretty much every day, or every other day, but then I add like 2 or 3 videos, so it averages out to 2 or 3 videos a day. Yeah.
Sorry, I guess I kind of threw you under the bus with that.
I wasn't quite sure if you wanted me to jump in there, but no worries. So far, no 6 pool this game, so already this game will go longer than the 4-minute mark, so that's pretty exciting. Both players setting their overlords the wrong way, but their drones are going the right way, I think. Oh no, Ben is scouting down to the...
Indeed he is, and speaking of 6 pool, here is the culprit. It is the... Orange Zerg, Ben Thek. Oh, he changed back at the last moment. Alright, good. We still have him in orange in the overlay. And, sorry, who do we have in the lower left, sir?
We do have Wensley Dale. I read that name and I think of Wesley from Star Trek for some reason. I apologize for the hatred I've just inspired in several people. And he is playing as the Pink Zerg. Did win the last game by just microing well and getting Zerglings out to counter that 6 pool.
Oh, we have almost identically timed. Ooh, wow. Wensleydale 1 game second behind Ben Thek and laying down that expansion. Very nice mirror matchup we have going so far. Oh, the spawning pool comes down from Ben at 14, and there is no spawning pool just yet. Goes down on 15 for Wensley. So very, very identical starts so far. Little differences that don't matter just yet. We'll see how many Zerglings they each decide to produce, and maybe we'll see some Baneling play. I tend to think that's common on Antigua.
Yeah, I was talking with the players earlier in chat, and I told them to both Baneling Rush, and they both kind of went, I don't know a Baneling Rush build, and I went, yeah, because it's not a thing. I made it up. So, we'll see if either of them decides to just do it for the heck of it. I find that pretty hilarious. Both players getting their extractor, Ben just a little bit behind Wensley, so go Wensley, Baneling Rush, I believe.
We got the Queen coming out now for both players. 4 Lings are coming from Ben, and looks like... Oh, I thought Wensley was trying to skip out on them completely, but he does decide, alright, fine, I'll build 2, I guess. And no saturation at all from either player at their expansions. Just now starting from Ben, who doesn't look like he's going to be aggressive with his Lings. Definitely have some good Overlord spread out of, well, both players kind of. It's still early game to really say that.
Yeah, Wensley for now isn't making any, oh, okay, there's the first drone. He is putting a spine crawler by his natural, so wants to stay safe, and wow, Ben doing basically the same thing, putting a spine crawler down as well. So this is about as mirrored as you can get. The only real difference... Oh, here's the deviation. Wensleydale's going for Zergling speed, and Ben is getting a Baneling nest.
Nice. So we do have that spine crawler down. The 4 Lings from Ben chasing away the 2 that Wensleydale brought in. Spine crawler, 2 queens for Ben right now. Spine crawler, 2 queens for Wensley, who is, like you mentioned, building that Baneling nest versus the Baneling nest of Ben, so we might have some burst on burst action coming up.
Yeah, this will be interesting. Baneling wars are always the most terrifying and exciting thing ever to watch, because it's one of those things where all it takes is a single little mistake and you lose all your Banelings to one enemy Baneling, and then they just kind of win the game. But Ben, though, is morphing his Banelings at home, so looks like he wants to just be a bit more defensive with those, just use those to ward away any sort of Zergling pressure, so And Wensley is getting a second Spine Crawler up. So he also wants to be safe, and Spine Crawlers are pretty good against Banelings.
They're very,
Just
very,
because they're...
especially slow banelings. They just
Oh, yeah. Slow Banelings are slow.
very, and we don't even see the lair finished just yet. It's almost there for Ben, and oh,
Wensley hasn't even started his...
oh wow, I just
and he,
realized that.
and yeah, and he is getting a Roach Warren. So we're not going to see any Baneling on Baneling action, unfortunately.
Well, I don't know. We
But
might see Roach baneling all in off a 2 base. It looks like Ben's intent with the early lair is perhaps to get a third base and go like the infestor route or something like that. I can't decide why he got that lair so much earlier than Wensley. It wasn't particularly early, but in ZVZ, I'm not positive about the timing on that. Are you?
um, honestly, PVZ is the matchup I know more about, where you just don't really get lair for a really long time. In ZVZ, it all really depends what you want to do. Yeah, I don't know the timings. Ben is getting a Spire, so I guess that's why he got that so early and wants to do a bit of Muta Harass, and
And that's
that
going
could
to work
work
out really well against Roach Baneley.
Yes. Now, Wensley does have 2 Queens at his natural and 1 at home, and Queens are pretty darn good against Mutas until you get enough Mutas to really, one-shot the Queens or kill them fast.
And I have to mention this because I really like it out of Ben. ZVZ, yeah, you don't want to build a lot of creep because it helps out your opponent, but connect your bases. This creep tumor here is hugely important. It allows Ben to be very flexible in where he places his lings and or banelings. He can defend both his main and his natural really easily. That includes roaches, hydralisks if they have to be made later, and you see Wensleydale has not yet done that, and so this little patch here really slows down his potential to defend both of his own bases.
Yeah, it's true. And honestly, I would say that's applicable in all matchups. You want to join your bases together, because if a big Terran drop comes in the backside of your main, you really want your Zerglings to get there as fast as humanly or Zergly possible. So I corrected myself there the last second. Ben is taking his third now.
Oh, he's trying to, but he
Zergling.
gets denied
Yeah.
by that Zergling. He may even lose that drone. That's going to be not as close as I
Yeah,
thought.
there it goes. Wensley also has his third on the way, but we got 8 Mulas about to pop out, and they could potentially deal some damage to that third.
Oh wow,
Oh,
looking
but
at
Wensley
Ben's
has an
vision,
Overseer.
he has not done anything as far as scouting goes. He's just purely been defensive with everything that he's done so far. He sees the lings that are attacking his destructible rocks and decides actually to go ahead and cancel. I don't know where his mutas at. Where's he doing with them? Where'd they go?
They were between the main and the natural. One thing I think might have been missed is that Wensley had an Overseer, and he sent it into the main a little bit, and I think he caught a glimpse of the mutas, because he is now getting himself an evolution chamber.
And I mean,
And
he has mutas of his own on the way already.
yeah,
I mean,
an
we're going to
excellent.
see muta on muta action. In fact, the upgrade coming for Wensleydale, and no upgrades at all for Ben. So Ben has a window here of about, well, it's still another 110 game seconds approximately to do some damage with his
Yeah.
mutas, as he still has the air advantage, but that will disappear as soon as that that upgrade pops.
Yeah, but it is worth mentioning that Ben is on 13 mutas, and Wensley only has 7. And anytime you have a muta on muta engagement, it really comes down to who has more mutas, and then they can just kind of slowly snowball that until they just kind of win.
Yeah,
Ben engaging into these Spore Crawlers, I don't know about this.
Oh, the transfuse nicely done by Wensleydale.
Yeah.
Definitely losing, well, actually, no, he hasn't lost all that many so far, and he does kill the one Spore Colony. Now he's got 3 Queens, almost kills one, attacks the Spire just a little. Now he's attacking an Assimilator. I don't know what these mutas are doing for Ben right now. I'll kill the Baneling, I guess that's nice. Spore Colonies, however, had enough time to go down at the 3rd, and Ben is just flying through, taking all kinds of unnecessary damage. Good job by Wensley forcing that attack away, and now the fact that Ben doesn't have a 3rd down and Wensley does is really going to start coming into play.
Yeah, definitely. And Wensley responds to that very nicely. Just threw down a handful of Spore
Oh, and here
colonies at
I
each
missed this
base.
completely because of the pink on purple, but we have the mutas of Wensleydale have been harassing Benthek's mineral line, almost got the Spire, and now they're flying around finding only queens to do damage to them, and they're going to also be happy to find out that, yep, that third still hasn't gone down. Actually, he has a Zergling there that's already keeping track of that. Ooh, Ben's mutas get split up. Ooh, that was almost dangerous for his muta pack.
Yeah, but Wensley just responded to that very well. He also produced additional queens, and he actually had 5 queens all there helping to repel Ben's mutas. So, yeah, just playing very nicely. The only real edge that Ben has right now is that he has more mutas. But as soon as Wensley's additional economy from that third kicks in, he's going to be able to pull on ahead. But that said, he has not produced drones to saturate that yet. He's just building 3 now. And for the moment, they are virtually even in the drone count. So,
Oh, wow. It looks like Ben, he has 55 Zerglings right now, so I'm thinking that his plan is to just come in and overwhelm. His Muta pack is now even with that of Wensleydale, but he's probably hoping to out DPS on the ground. No, he's trying to set up his third. I don't know why he's not defending it.
oh, the third's dying.
Oh, because he's
Oh
got
dear, I
mutas
hope
in the
he
main.
cancels
That pink on purple is so hard to see. And he's going to lose his third. These mutas, this double-pronged aggression of muta lane was very nicely done. Actually,
Yeah,
no, Ben does get the cancel down and restarts all those Zerglings paying off. And now we have a huge muta pack chasing a little bit smaller muta pack. Ooh, Ben with the
good
cutoff
Ben trying to
move.
cut it off.
Nicely
Yeah, very
done.
nice. Ooh, catches I think 3 mutas there. That was a nice little touch. Wensley turns around, kills a single Zergling for vengeance, and then returns home.
Just being a bit
So,
spiteful there. But let's open up that income tab. We see that, ooh, right now we have 24 drone. Okay, a bunch just popped 33 to 50, but still needs to do a whole nother production cycle almost identical to that, and his third isn't done yet. And Wensleydale has that burrowed Zergling, actually, so he's completely aware that this third base is still being produced, and Wensley can take advantage of that in any way that he wants. Looks like he's choosing to macro... No, never mind. He's building 14 Zerglings. That's not macro. Well, I guess it
we
is.
got a big attack moving in here. Tons of Zerglings, quite a few mutas. Ben pulls back from the third. Looks like he might want to go in on the natural. That's a lot of spine clouds, and there are banelings there, so that's going to scare him away. Looks like he does decide to return home, and he definitely has the larger army right now, but he can't engage
The
into a
mutas
tight...
for Wensleydale fly into the mineral line again,
Oh,
but
wow.
this time there are finally spore colonies down, and the mutas have to get turned away. However, they find a bunch of undefended Zerglings, maybe not. That muta pack finally on the return from Ben, and Wensleydale just has to retreat. We're going to follow that. Sorry for cutting you off. I was so
Yeah, it's
happy I
okay.
finally caught the pink on purple.
Yeah, it's a bit rough at times. Looks like Ben might be able to cut off these mutas again and catch a few more. Reaction time.
Oh, you
Gets
only got one
one.
with that, but a little bit of extra damage.
Yeah. Well, mutas are expensive, and every one you can pick off helps. So, ooh, but we do have some burrowed infestors moving up, and looks like he might want to just go up into the third, throw down a whole bunch of infested towns, and then waltz away and watch the fireworks occur.
Indeed, I think he may be doing that. He's got a lot of energy saved up on one of them, definitely. The other two are still pretty high as well. The drone transfer is going down. There's no Spore Colony. There's no Overseer. Ben doesn't know.
Oh
Ben has
boy.
no idea.
Yep, there we go. That's a lot of infested Terrans. Now, if he reacts with all of his Zerglings, he should be able to save that, but he's definitely going to lose stuff. And infested Terrans honestly deal
Oh,
a
he's
ton
going to
of
lose a
damage.
queen. Oh, that's a win all by itself. And actually, all these drones dying, too. I'm not sure why Ben just didn't go in there. No, he's just sacking the base complete. He didn't need to lose that. I don't understand. I don't know.
Maybe he just didn't want to lose Zerglings on it, because he would have lost quite a few Zerglings. Now sending the Zerglings in, we have an odd decision, but
I mean, he was waiting for the Overseer, but, I mean, there was only 3 infestors. Like, there's a lot of infested Terran, but at the same time, your base is more
yeah.
important than a couple of Zerglings. And now
Wensley
Wensleydale
is
has
also taking
firm.
fourth, yeah. So Wensley just kind of getting further and further ahead. Ben does have an enormous bank, so he would be able to reproduce almost to
Oh, wow.
equal Rensley's supply, but Mutas look like they want to swing up into the Nain again, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of Spore Claws there. He's not going to be able to get in there and deal any sort of damage.
No, I guess that's why Ben decided that he didn't really need that base, because he's got this huge pool of money that he can't really spend just yet. He doesn't have all that many larvae, and he's got the